compromise. It's unfortunate. And people, rather than address it, they keep on making excuses for them. And then what happens is passed to the next generation, and they lose focus on why the movement was started in the first place. And they get caught into worshiping duality rather than listening to what he said. And so here we go. You know what I mean? Now, the other deal of it is people getting grounded enough in this information and convincing their own family members to come out of the black codes, because the strength is in numbers. And as the people begin to become conscious, it actually changes the atmosphere. Really, outside that, you have what you call military power, because you're actually battling very dark priests. You know, it's really a spiritual battle. You know, but it manifests in the political realm. You know, and so I always say, look at the tentacles of the octopus. Even though the head is powerful, you know, concentrate on the tentacle that's on you. You know, if everybody would do that, we wouldn't be dealing with these problems now. Because it should have been, we should have been talking about decolonization a long time ago. You know,
thank you.
Yeah, really. Yes. And the other deal that's happening is, now you know Trump's a Templar, right?
He's at the Templar?
He's a Templar.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. And you know the history between the popes and Templars.
Yeah.
Now, but he's still a made man now. You have to understand, he's still a made man. And so his position has more to do with him being locked in his position. He's assigned. He's not elected, he's assigned. Right. And because they did the breach of the motu proprio in 13, and that's why he did that direct letter to Obama with the help of Anna von Reitz, and they breached again, and so they have like a civil war going on with them. But keep in mind, they're still battling for your estate.
Something that they don't even own.
Well, the deal of it is that our people, you know, want to be black, and on that, and on that.
And that's real, because when I was at the prison, I met a guy, the cellmate, they call him Cellies. He tells me, "Oh, I'm telling him this. Oh, I want to be black." He actually told me. I said, "Well," and he understood what I was saying too. So that's real.
That's abandonment, and those are mostly conversos. You know, mostly conversos.
That's why I don't talk to them.
You know, you can talk to them.
No, I got it real fast.
and that's a problem that, you know, that we have to deal with our own communities. But our major issue is that we've allowed the so-called black leaders to continue, you know, that black narrative under the guise of Egyptology and everything else like that. And so we're really paying the price for going along with the black codes.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we're not totally innocent. You know, we're not intentionally guilty, but collectively we are not innocent. And so we're kind of paying a karmic debt too. You know. However, it only takes a handful of sincere men and women to really change history. That's all it ever does anyway. You know, so you can get a group of sincere people. Sincerity is key. You know, to operate on clean law, you know, and not to be tempted by the apples they keep throwing you. You know, and then do the best you can to pass it to the next generation cleanly, without a bunch of agendas, you know. Truthfully, the liberation has to come with people getting the courage to dump belief systems, all of them. Because that's part of the mind control. You know, it's unfortunate, but it's true. You know, and their lack of willingness to do that also prolongs the suffering. Oh yeah. But anyway, in principle, the deal of it is that this is the root of their whole operations. Misclassification of us, which you all know, but the U.S. citizen classification is the key operative that they're using to make the claim.
It's working. I tried to do that when I was in prison. I tried that, and they were very successful at it.
Yeah, and then by our people claim to be Constantinians under the guise of Christianity, which is an abandonment. All right, so it's like getting on the other side of the chessboard. You know, all right. The other problem is, and mainly in the processes, is people's failure to act on the adverse claim, which is an automatic. In other words, like this, you know, like if someone gives you a glass of water, or a cup of water, or a bottle of water, a pan of water, teaspoon of water, doesn't matter. The vehicle is a container, right? Mm-hmm. An adverse claim arises whenever there's a claim of forfeiture or foreclosure. Like the container, it is not the issue, but it arises at the fact of the action. Mm-hmm. Now, what they do, they know, and this is why they do what you call actions from Chancellor Church, or from what you call law officers. They do them from law officers because they have no lawful court. Do you understand? And this is why when they have writs of execution, they're never sealed by an Article 3 magistrate judge, because there are none. Now, and then of course, when Jwali set up the old Canaanite temple and the Moorish Temple of Science, the Sheiks and the Grand Sheiks symbolized on the first level by the moderator and the chairman were supposed to start enforcing the Constitution. That's Act 1. And of course, with the sellout with Hoover and Coolidge, they didn't do that. But yet they maintained the seats. All right? Mm-hmm. And then start promoting religious dogma. Because religion and dogma is two different things, but dogma in the name of religion. And Jwali, on the 20th July, they had a special meeting to adopt the religious affidavit of Kurds law, but it was actually an anger to establish government. All right. And so they have been pretending that since 1928 back, that Jwali never taught civics. They lied on them. And then told everybody it's just this religious organization. And so what they did, they assassinated him on the same day, 1 year later. You know,
Taj, you want to go in the living room so everybody can be? You want to go in the living room? You want to go in the living room? Some more room in there. You want to go in the living room, y'all, so y'all can not be like trying to see. Be trying to see. Quiet. I don't know where the hell it went. Welcome. Huh? No, I'm not sitting. Y'all sit. Y'all can sit. Okay, somebody could. Can you record?
Sure.
It's long.
It's long.
Let me move that out your way. You want me to move it out the way? Does anybody have an iPhone charger?
Hey, bro, you want this? Bro, you want the children to sit down?
You have another chair here if anyone I need a chair. I'll take it.
Check them out.
Islam family.
Islam.
I'm actually on the radiator.
Oh no, we're gonna pull a plug.
Oh,
Over there. Over there. Bump the plug over there.
there's one right there, right against the wall, at the bottom of the staircase.
In here.
Oh,
It's long. Yeah, but you just hope nobody.
These two plugs over here. Yeah.
Take that for real. Everybody stop talking already?